The time is 9:02. We'll go ahead and call the Joint Review Board meeting to order in person and via Zoom, Monday, August 18th. Let's see, roll call, please.
Sure. Council Representative, City Representative Hausman.
Here.
Chairperson, thank you. Jefferson County Representative Lucky.
Here.
Thank you. Fort Atkinson School District Representative Nathan Knitt.
Here.
Thank you. Madison Area Technical College Representative Shauna Morquart.
Here.
Thank you. And City Representative Jonah Ralston.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty on the minutes, but they have all been emailed out to everyone, and I have some extra copies of them here. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the minutes from the August 1st, 2024 Joint Review Board meeting? Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve those minutes. Shauna, you were talking, but you're muted.
Sorry. I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, motion second. Any final questions or comments on the minutes? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, next item. As you can see from the packet, the report has one report that covers all 5 of our tax increment districts. I will note that on the first page on that background, it says that the legislature enacted Wisconsin 2015 Act 257 on March 1st, 2026. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. It was March 1st, 2016. So I apologize for that error, but that is when that legislation was enacted that requires tax increment finance districts to have this standing joint review board and with these representatives and who have to meet annually to take a look at the annual reports that are sent to the DOR. So that is why we are here today. As you know, the city has in 2024 had 5 active tax increment districts. The first is TID 6 that was created in 2000. It was designated as distressed. And there is a positive fund balance at the end of 2024 of just over $1 million. The plan is in 2025 to pay back all any additional funds to the general fund for financial support throughout its life. All of our debt will be paid back in 2025 as well. The City Council, it is on the agenda for the council meeting tomorrow night to extend the life of TID 6 for 1 year to gather increment for an affordable housing fund, then with potential closure of TID 6 in 2026. So again, there has been some activity in TID 6 this year, which complicated things a little bit, to be perfectly honest. When you sell land at the last minute, you have revenue that you didn't anticipate. There may be, in 26, there may be funds dispersed to the other taxing jurisdictions at 26, depending on how things go in 25. However, on the agenda tonight is the review and action relating to the 2024 annual report. So I don't want to get, excuse me, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So end of 24, there was a positive fund balance of just over $1 million in TID 6. TID 7, there is, at the end of 24, there's a positive fund balance of just under $10,000, $9,859. The plans for 7 are similar to those for 6, right? There may be the sale of land in TID 6 had some ripple effects, meaning TID 7 might have some cash at the end of the day too that would be distributed. But again, not to get ahead of ourselves, this report is for 2024 that is on the agenda tonight, and that is there's $9,800 in there at the end of 24. On the meeting, on the agenda for the council meeting tomorrow night is to keep TID 7 open for one additional year to support affordable housing. And then the goal would be to close TID 7 in 2026. And so moving on to, excuse me, I'll answer any questions the board has at the end of the kind of going through this report here. So TID 8, the city council did close TID 8 in 2025, but at the end of 2024, that balance was 0 in preparation for closing in early 25. In 24, the city council did extend the life of that TID for 1 year, and that established the Affordable Housing Fund. So that is as a 0 balance at the end of 24. TID 9 was created in late 2022. That is an overlay of the undeveloped and underdeveloped land in TID 8, including the city's Ridgeview Estates, previously known as Banker Road properties. There was a development agreement signed at the end of 2024. There is a positive fund balance at the end of 24 of just under $3.3 million, which is restricted. It was borrowed by the city to be paid back through the TID, but restricted to be used for public infrastructure. Obviously, that infrastructure is happening, being put in the ground right now in that area, and we would anticipate those payments to be made in 24 plus throughout 25 and into 26 for that project. That will start creating additional increment in 2020, in the 2025 tax roll. TID 10 was also created in 2022. This was a blight elimination TID on the northeast side of the city. We do have a negative ending balance at the end of 24 of negative $25,486. However, there is some additional value in that TID now. It will start to generate increment in the 2025 tax roll for 2026. There's also, we have a small development agreement to assist in the construction of Schumacher Way with Fort Healthcare. That was approved in 2024. It is likely there will be additional development agreements in 2025 and beyond in this area that will assist in paying off these costs. Again, it is a negative fund balance in TID 10, but staff is not concerned with that at this time. Also in your packet, you have the actual reports, the TID reports that went to the DOR. City staff completed those reports by the deadline of July 1st and submitted those. They include the same information as far as ending balances that is included in your staff report. We also included our pro formas from our financial advisors in that report. I don't intend to go through all of those line by line, but if there's questions, I can answer them. Also in the packet are the resolutions, the city council resolutions from 2024 and 2025, extending the life of TID 8 for 1 year to establish that affordable housing fund. And then for in 2025, the resolution by the city council terminating TID 8. Okay. Are there questions about any of our tax increment districts from any of our joint review board members?
More of a comment. I was actually happy to see that today was going to be terminated. I mean, that's been a very successful TID. It doesn't seem like another one needs to be in that region. There's some overlay with 9 anyway. And so that'll come back onto this tax rolls for the city and for the districts. And so I was actually really happy to see that. I was kind of curious about the plan for 6. So if we do create a new TID there, and I know we're supposed to be looking at the previous report, but I'm looking forward.
Yep.
What is the plan for rehabilitating that district so that we don't fall into another distressed district again? You know what I mean? Like, how are we going to do this differently this time around to make sure it doesn't fall into that distressed status again, the industrial park?
So the reason that tax increment district became distressed in the first place is because the city invested a significant amount of money in infrastructure and didn't have any increment to pay back that.
Right.
So the great thing about that area right now is that the infrastructure's there, so we don't have to put it in.
Yeah.
So if the city council and the joint review board were to approve a new tax increment district in that area with the undeveloped and underdeveloped land in that area, it would reset the base value, first of all. So all the value from that that was added during the last 25 years of that tax increment district will go back onto the general tax roll. We'll reset the value at a new base, and then anything above and beyond that would be increment without the need to put in infrastructure. Unless and until we wanted to, if that was an expansion, if there was an expansion or additional infrastructure necessary. Because the infrastructure that's there does serve the properties that are there and serves a couple more, but that's all unfinished, right? So there's the water and sewer is stubbed. So there are definitely opportunities for additional infrastructure. However, I think the people in these roles have learned a lot since then, and we would not recommend putting in infrastructure without a development agreement that provided the increment necessary to pay that back. So I am not concerned about a new tax increment district in that area becoming distressed unless decisions are made that put it in that position.
No, that's excellent response and exactly what I was hoping to hear. So that's great. And of course, a new downtown TID makes complete sense, right, in the Main Street area. So yeah, no, this all looks good to me. And I even looked through all the financials. So
All right, well. Any other questions from joint review board members? Okay, we will need separate action on each of the next 5 items. So the first item is 3B, which is review and possible action relating to the 2024 annual report for tax increment District 6.
You looking for a motion to approve?
Yes, please.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on TID 6 report? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
I
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Next item is review and possible action relating to the 2024 annual report for tax increment District 7. Looking for a motion to approve.
I move to approve.
Wonderful.
Second.
And a second by Mr. Lucky. Okay, any questions, comments on 7? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Next item, review and possible action relating to the 2024 annual report for tax increment District 8.
I'll move to approve.
Wonderful.
I'll second.
Okay, second by Mr. Kennett, excuse me. Any questions on TID 8?
Quick question on 8.
Yes.
So the Affordable Housing Fund.
Yes.
I know it says there could be a combination of like 4 different things. Has it been decided by the council what that will?
It has not.
Okay, all right.
So that is.
And that's fine. I
yeah.
just wanted to ask.
Yeah, that is a goal for 25, but
Okay.
25 is slipping quickly through my fingers. But the great thing about that Affordable Housing Fund is that I've reached out to a consulting firm, and that fund can pay for administrative costs of coming up with the program. So was it realistic for me to say, I can come up with programs and applications and all these things? I mean, maybe not. So I think we can use that fund to get us some framework and get some feedback from the council and other stakeholders in order to create a program to use the funds that are tucked away in that fund right now.
No, that's excellent. It's very exciting that
Yes.
we'll have that money available to help our housing stock and bring people into the town. Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the report for TID 8. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Review and possible action relating to the 2024 annual report for tax increment District 9.
I move to approve.
Thank you.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Review and possible action relating to the 2024 annual report for tax increment District 10.
I'll make that motion.
Wonderful, thank you.
I can second.
Thank you. Okay, any questions or comments on that one? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Next on the agenda is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
All right,
I'll second.
and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, and we are adjourned at 9:18 a.m.